How many potential clients are searching for the exact design services that you offer, but never finding you? Hey there, I'm Mark DeCote, and I've spent years helping graphic and web designers grow their businesses. And today, I'm breaking down the exact SEO strategies that'll get your website in front of clients actively looking for your services. Now, whether you're a web designer or a print designer, or both for that matter, chances are you have a website for your business. And if you have a website, then you'll want to pay attention to this episode, regardless of how knowledgeable you are about SEO, because how you handle your SEO makes a huge difference in the success of your design business. Here's the thing about SEO for service-based businesses like design studios. It's not about gaming the system or waiting months for results. It's about being visible exactly when someone needs you. And if you're running a solo design business, you're working for yourself, then this matters even more because you don't have a big marketing budget. You need to be smart about how you show up online. So let's talk about 5 strategies that actually work. Now, the first strategy is local SEO. Now, hopefully, you've already thought about local SEO. But the truth is, a lot of people, including designers, miss the mark on this one completely. Think about how people search for services. They don't usually search for graphic designer. They search for graphic designer near me or web designer in whatever city they're in. That's where a client starts looking. And if you're not showing up there, then you're invisible. Now, I know that in 2026, at the time that I'm recording this, it's so easy to work with clients around the globe. I myself have clients on 4 continents. But the reality is that almost all freelance designers started with local clients, and the majority continue to work with clients in their vicinity. And that's why local SEO matters so much. Now, when it comes to local SEO, you're probably thinking about your website, but in fact, your Google My Business listing is literally the foundation here, and it's your best opportunity. If you haven't claimed it yet, that is your very first move. But here's what most people get wrong with their GMB. They set it up and then they forget about it, and that's not enough. You need to actually optimize it. Add real photos of your work. Write a solid business description that includes what you do and who you service. Keep your address, phone number, and hours current. And here's the key part. Update it regularly. Post about new projects, share seasonal updates, and add fresh images. Google rewards freshness. When you keep your listing active, it signals that you're a real operating business. So your first step in building local SEO is to set up and maintain a proper Google My Business profile. Only then do you move on to your website. And that's where the keyword angle comes in. You want to naturally work in location-based keywords into your website content. So if you're in, say, Austin, Texas, you might say Austin Web Designer or Graphic Design Services in Austin. You use this wording throughout your site. And not forced or spammy, just naturally woven into your actual content on your page. Now, here's something that most people overlook or don't know about, and that's NAP consistency. And that's your name, your address, and your phone number. You need to make sure it's the same everywhere. Your website, your Google My Business profile, your social media, everywhere. And by the same, I mean exactly the same. If you write out the word street in your address, such as 123 Maple Street, then make sure you write it out like that everywhere. Don't use street, S-T-R-E-E-T in some places and abbreviate it to S-T period in others. The same with your phone number. If you use brackets to identify your area code, then make sure you use brackets everywhere. When search engines see the consistency in this information across the web, it helps to build trust and it boosts your rankings. If you're inconsistent with this, it just confuses the algorithms and it actually hurts your visibility. It's such a simple thing, but it makes a huge difference. Now, the second strategy is landing pages. Now, because of this podcast, lots of designers reach out to me for various things, And every time one does, I make a point of looking at their website. And here's a mistake I see a lot. A designer has a single services page that vaguely covers everything they do. Logo design, web design, branding, social media graphics, posters, flyers, you name it. All the information crammed into one page. Well, that doesn't work for SEO, and it doesn't work for your clients either. Instead, you need to create dedicated landing pages for each service you offer. So if you do logo design and web design, you have two separate pages on your website. One page is entirely about your logo design process, what clients get, testimonials from logo clients, and examples of logos you designed. The other page is specifically about web design. Do this for every service you offer. Now, why does this matter for SEO? Because search engines like Google, they don't rank websites. They rank individual web pages. So when someone searches logo design for small businesses, Google lists pages specifically about logo design for small businesses. And you're not competing with yourself by adding all these extra pages. You're being specific, and that way search engines know what to show in the rankings. So on each page, use targeted keywords related to that specific service. Research what people are actually searching for. Are they looking for professional logo design or custom brand identity? Use those exact phrases naturally in your page titles, in your headings, and throughout your content. Now, I know it's a lot of work, but the payout is so worth it. And then make sure to link these pages to each other internally. So on your web design page, mention your logo design services and link to that logo design page. And on your logo page, you reference the web design page and link to it. This internal linking structure tells Google that your site is organized and authoritative. It also helps visitors move through your site, which keeps them engaged longer. Now, the third strategy is to leverage reviews and testimonials. Client reviews aren't just nice to have. They directly impact your SEO and your ability to attract new clients. Here's what's happening. When someone's searching for a designer and sees your listing with reviews and ratings, it changes their decision. Reviews build trust instantly, even if they don't know you. But on the SEO side, they also signal to search engines that you're legitimate and that clients actually value your work. So actively ask your satisfied clients to leave reviews and make it easy for them. After a project is complete, send a simple message with a direct link to Google Reviews or Yelp or whatever other service you use. And don't ask them specifically for a 5-star review. Just ask them to share their honest experience. Real reviews, even if they're not perfect, are way more credible than no reviews at all. And here's the part you cannot skip. Respond to those reviews. All of them. Thank people for positive reviews, and for negative feedback, respond professionally and offer to make it right. When you engage with your reviews, it shows that you actually care about your client feedback. And Google sees this engagement and it boosts your credibility. Finally, showcase those reviews on your website. Create a testimonials page or feature reviews on your service pages. Link back to the original review sources, such as the reviews on Google My Business, in order to build credibility with both potential clients and, once again, the search engines. Now, strategy number 4 is mobile. And I'm going to be direct here. If your website isn't mobile friendly in 2026, you're losing clients. Period. Most people searching for designers are doing so on their phones. They're scrolling, comparing, deciding, and if your site doesn't work well on mobile, they leave. And when they leave, your bounce rate goes up, which signals to Google that your site isn't valuable and you drop in the ranks. So what does mobile optimization actually mean? Responsive design means your website needs to automatically adjust to whatever device someone's using. On a desktop, it should look one way, and on the phone, it looks different. Things are sized appropriately. Text is readable without zooming, and images scale properly. This isn't optional anymore. It's baseline. It's needed. Think about it. If someone is scrolling on their phone looking for, let's say, a hairdresser or an auto mechanic, and they come across a poorly functioning website, they might not like it, but it also might not be a deal breaker. But if they're looking for a designer Even if it's a print designer who has nothing to do with web, they still expect the website to look good and function well. After all, it reflects on your business as a designer. So mobile friendly is no longer optional. And I shouldn't have to be saying that in 2026. And yet I still see so many websites that aren't. And then there's speed. Mobile users have way less patience than desktop users. And Google knows this. If your site takes 5 seconds to load on a phone, that's it. People are gone. They're not even waiting. You need to optimize your images to keep file sizes down, minimize unnecessary scripts to avoid slowdowns, and use hosting providers that actually deliver fast loading times. This stuff matters. It's one of the reasons why I use SiteGround to host all my websites and my client websites. By the way, I do have an affiliate for them at resourcefuldesigner.com/SiteGround if you're interested. That is an affiliate link. If you use it, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but I make a small commission on the sale. So choose a fast hosting provider for your website. Also, implement mobile-specific SEO practices. So your titles and your meta descriptions, they should be shorter because they get cut off on mobile screens. When somebody does a Google search on desktop, they may get a much longer title and a big description, but on the phone, it's cut off. So you got to think about that. What is actually visible on a phone and optimize specifically for that? Now, strategy number 5 is to produce content that ranks and resonates. And this is the big one. It's also the most time-consuming and the one that fewer people will actually follow through on, which offers you the perfect opportunity to rank above them. You see, content is how you establish authority and how you rank for competitive keywords. The easiest thing to do here is to start with keyword research. Use tools like answerthepublic.com or just study the people also search for section at the bottom of Google search results. What you want to do is find out what design clients are searching for. Maybe it's how to choose a logo designer. Maybe it's web design costs. Maybe it's brand identity tips. Or perhaps it's, do I need a website for my small business? Find the questions your potential clients are actually asking. Then create content around these topics. Write blog posts or guides that actually answer these questions. And don't just optimize for keywords. Create content that's generally helps someone. A blog post about, say, 5 questions to ask before hiring a designer is useful. It builds trust. And when you naturally include relevant keywords throughout, it also ranks well. Here's the strategy. Regularly publish content that addresses your client's pain points and questions. And consistency matters in this, and it doesn't have to be constant. Even doing it once a month or once every other month is good, but set up a schedule and show up regularly. And then optimize the technical side. Use clear headings that include the keywords, write meta descriptions that make people want to click, add alt tags to your images describing what's in them using relevant keywords. This all helps Google understand your content and rank you, and it also helps accessibility too. And then don't forget to link internally to your service pages. So if you write a blog post about design trends, you want to link somewhere in there to your logo design services page. This just helps reinforce your authority on that topic, and it guides people towards your services. A little effort in doing this goes a long way and can help attract clients for years. And yes, even in a world that's turning to AI for answers. Because AI needs to get their information from somewhere. It might as well come from you, strengthening your authority in the process. Okay, here's what I want you to understand. SEO isn't magic. It's not overnight, but it's predictable and it's worth doing, even in 2026. When you optimize for local search, create specific landing pages, get reviews, make your site mobile friendly, and produce useful content, you're building a system. And over time, your website starts ranking higher. More people find you, and more of those people will become clients. And this is especially important for solo designers. You're competing with much larger agencies, but SEO lets you compete on a level playing field because it's about strategy and consistency, not budget size. So start with 1 or 2 of these strategies. Maybe, and this is the one I suggest, is to claim and optimize your Google My Business listing. Do that this week. It should be the first step you do. And then create one dedicated landing page for your most popular service. And then build from there. Small, consistent actions compound over time. And here's the thing. As you implement these strategies, you'll see what works for your specific situation. Maybe local SEO drives tons of clients to you. Maybe content marketing is your strength. Pay attention to what's working and double down on it. The designers who are winning right now in 2026, even though they're competing against AI and all that stuff, they're not waiting around. They're not waiting for clients to find them. They're being intentional about how they show up online. So you need to make sure that you're one of them. And if you're running a design business and you want more guidance on getting clients and growing sustainably, I've got a free resource called the 4-Week Marketing Boost that walks you through how to make a better first impression and attract clients. You can get it at marketingboost.net. And if you're not already, please follow the podcast wherever you're listening right now. That way you'll never miss future strategies that'll help you build the design business you actually want. That's it for me. Until next time, I am Mark Decote, wishing you all the best with your design business and reminding you to stay creative.